We're at a picnic in La Jolla, California. At first glance, the kids here are like most kids. Certainly they're high-spirited enough. But they're all linked by possessing a rare genetic disorder called Williams syndrome.
Hello. Are you Scott?
I'm Scott.
How are you?
Alda. So nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
You were the best in MASH, I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
You were the best doctor in MASH I ever seen. Listen, I know you don't give up.
Scott and Steve are 39-year-old identical twins, both with Williams syndrome.
Is this Ursula?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
While Ursula Bellugi is one of Scott and Steve's greatest fans.
This is a special occasion.
It certainly is. Who's this?
Ursula is one of a growing number of scientists fascinated by the extraordinary contradictions of Williams syndrome.
Hi, Mr. Alda. My name is Betsy, and I'm very, very glad that you're here and that you can spend some time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Hi, we met a second ago. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Hi, what's your name?
Justin.
Justin. Hi, I'm glad to meet you.
Hi, my name
Only
is...
1 in 25,000 children is born with Williams syndrome.
Hello.
Its most characteristic physical feature is an appealing elfin face.
We didn't meet. Hi.
On a social occasion like this, kids with Williams syndrome are in their element.
I'm Shannon.
How are you, Shannon? Glad to meet you.
a really long time.
Something that's so clear meeting these kids here today is how affectionate they are. That seems to be a typical personality attribute of these kids. Am I right about that?
Yes, I mean, I would say it's affectionate, it's interested in people, it's highly sociable, it's gravitating toward people. I mean, that's their thing in life. So it's, I think, affectionate and sociable.
I'm going to ask you some questions that I'd like to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, can you tell me how many months there are in a year?
There's 24 months in the year.
Okay, good job. How old is the oldest woman on Earth?
I don't know, probably 50. I don't know.
How much does a compact car cost?
A compact car,
Cars, by the way, are a favorite topic of Justin's.
I'd say like $24,000 actually.
What's the average salary per year for a doctor?
I'd say $8.45. I'd say like $8.45.
Per year?
Yeah, per year.
Okay, make your blocks look just like mine.
This is the easiest one.
Perhaps the most striking problem for people with Williams is performing visual spatial tasks. They can get the details right without seeing the overall picture.
Your blocks look just like mine?
Yes.
All right.
Draw me a bicycle. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
I just drew my face, and I made sure it was a 10-speed and had brakes.
Nice.
When we first came to the Salk, we knew nothing about Williams syndrome, nothing about what caused
Nobody
it.
knew anything.
And nobody knew
Wasn't
anything.
either.
And in such a short time, I'll never forget the day Ursula laid down on the table in front of, she put a picture of the gene, the chromosome, with the gene marked on it and said, there it is, that's what caused it. And I just cried. I just cried. In such a short time for science to go from telling parents, your child has Williams syndrome, that's all we know, to being able to say, here's the cause of it.
The cause is literally visible under a microscope. When stained with a fluorescent dye, the chromosomes of a normal cell show a bright band in the middle of both copies of chromosome 7. In the cell of a person with Williams syndrome, only one copy of the chromosome has this band. The missing chunk contains only about 25 genes, so scientists are hoping to be able to trace not only the disabilities of people with Williams syndrome, but also some of their special strengths directly back to just a handful of genes.
I mean, are you going to find out there's a gene for compassion? I mean, this is...
Let's call it sociability, and God damn it, you might.
And what?
You might. We might.
You might. You think?
Yes.
You think you might actually be able to? I mean,
Well,
that would
in
be
this case,
amazing.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? I think that's sort of the hunt we're on, and I think it's a possibility.
So you're actually by studying carefully what the roots of Williams syndrome are, you're actually finding out what the roots of qualities that all of us have are. Huh? I mean, you're beginning to track down how we are who we are.
I think that's put very, very well, and that is true. And the added fascination that we've got is that we can understand so much more about how the brain does it and how you can get in unusual ways to these strong qualities.